All right, so thanks for joining me for yoga today. And we're going to just do a short little session and we're going to focus on the low back. So I've got a little soreness in my low back, especially in this left upper or hip area, upper hip. So let's start out on our back and just let ourselves land on our mat with our knees bent. And just take time when you get down to just move organically. And maybe you rock your knees from side to side. And then find how the pelvis meets the floor. And then let the belly flatten into the floor. So the pelvic tilts just ever so slightly. And then consciously lift up, move, and relax the shoulders. Splay the arms out with palms up. And then take a moment to move your head to bring awareness to the length of your neck and make any adjustments to help lengthen that neck. And then come to stillness with the back of the head heavy on the mat. And here you might stare at the ceiling. You might hazy your eyes or close your eyes. We'll just do a short little centering the pause, finding our breath. So taking an inhale and a nice slow exhale. Maybe using an open mouth to let that air come out. And doing that a couple more times. Inhale. And let yourself soften and release on the exhale. And one more inhale. And big, long exhale. Then closing your lips if you had used open breath or open mouth exhales. Just let your breath flow, inhaling and exhaling. Using each inhale to build awareness of how you are right here, right now in your body. And letting the exhale release any tension, any resistance, any holding. And you can scan starting at your face, softening the space between your brow, behind your eyes. Bringing a slight little smile to your lips that releases your cheeks, your jaw, behind your ears and down your neck. Let your tongue rest either in the top or the bottom of your mouth and soften your jaw, your neck, your tongue, your throat. On your next exhale, let your shoulders roll a little bit more towards the mat, heavying your elbows, letting your fingers, the fingernails relax down to the floor, and opening the palms of the hands. Feeling the palms open, the space, the witness mudra that this is. And letting that witness come up to the heart space. Feeling your heart open, your chest relax, your stomach soften, your hips heavy, your legs soften, and your feet heavy. See if you can wiggle your toes and then just relax them down to the floor. Feeling the connection of the mat under your feet, under your back, under your shoulders, under your head. And take a few seconds here to be supported by Mama Earth. To remember, support is always here for us. And it requires us to stop, to pause. Often low back pain is connected with a sense of not feeling supported, not feeling seen, not feeling on purpose, not having meaning. Take a few breaths here, inviting that sense of support, that awareness of purpose, allowing meaning to come in many forms. And inhale your hands into a prayer mudra. Touch the thumbs to the third eye. Using this prayer mudra to integrate the two hemispheres of the mind, making space for you to really sit in the seat of the witness, that you're watching yourself through your practice. You're noticing your breath. You're noticing your movements. You're noticing the sensations that the body shares, and you're willing to respond, to modify. And then exhaling the hands down to the heart. Let yourself come home. Bringing forth a loving, nurturing mindset for your practice, aware of what you can and what is limiting for your poses today. Honoring your humanness, your history, your body. Set a mantra. Say it over to yourself a couple times. And then on your next inhale, open your eyes and bring your knees towards your body, nice and wide. Cross your ankles, hands over the kneecaps, just rock side to side, massaging out that low back, the pelvis. Little tiny twisting movements as you drop your knees from side to side. And then come to still, drop those feet down, bring your hands over your head and arch your back. Make a little arch underneath your low back from the floor. Relax your shoulders out of your ears. On your next exhale, come back into the little ball. This time, bringing the knees a little bit closer together, maybe hands wrapped around the edge of the knees. Just bringing a nice little stretch to that low back. And then exhale the feet down to the floor. Drop your hands, palms down on either side of your hips. Take a moment to inchworm the fingertips down towards the heels. Walk the heels towards the buttocks. Relax across the upper back and the back of the head. And then roll the pelvis. So we're rolling that pelvic bowl back and forth, pressing the low back into the mat and then arching it up. Tiny little move, but big to loosen up that low back. And rock back and forth, arch up, press down. Come to still, bring those knees towards the body, but take them out wide again and find happy baby with hands around the arches of the feet. Relax the shoulders. Press your belly button into the mat and let your tailbone reach off. Relax your shoulders. Stare at the ceiling, say your mantra. On your exhale, release out and roll onto your hands and knees. Set up in box pose, hands under shoulders with 10 fingers spread wide, knees under hips, toes tucked. Straighten up the arms, level off the shoulders and the hips. And then sink back and lean in to the heels to stretch the toes. So our feet and the tightness, the tension in the feet directly affect everything that's stacked above it. And so the low back is one of those things. Let's just open up the balls of our feet, the toes of our feet. On your next inhale, come forward, soften the elbows, and sink into some cow and cats. We're ungulating the spine as we arch up. And then as we flow forward, we're inhaling as we bring the heart forward with bent elbows. We're exhaling as we arch up, concaving the belly. And just ungulate, send energy up and down the spine. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Come back to your strong box with straight arms. Step back with your left foot. Lift it up and step it to the outside of your left hand, bringing the heel behind the left hand and press the knee into the shoulder. Then inchworm your right leg back, keeping the toes tucked, and flow a couple times forward. We're stretching the front of the right hip, which is directly affected with that low back. And when you're ready, come into a hold with the lizard. If this is not possible, you can always bring the mat to you. You can add a block here to make you higher, make the stretch maybe feel a little better for you using the block. Your back, your heart is lifted, your throat is open, the shoulders are away from the ears, and you let yourself stretch. You can rock back and forth here if this is really tight. You can lift the knee and add in another stretch here. You can drop the knee and lift it. Another little flow that you might try. Just find what feels like a good stretch. Inhale and exhale. We're going to transition into a runner's stretch. So heel and toe that left foot to the middle of the mat. And then sink your hips back. Keep your heel on the mat, but walk your hands back. If it suits you, take your left hand, grab your left toes, and just give a nice stretch through that left leg. On your next exhale, release, lower that left foot down, walk your hands forward, come into a low lunge and walk your hands up to your thigh. Drop your shoulders, arch your back, look up to the ceiling, say your mantra. On your exhale, drop your hands down and slowly come back into that box pose. Reset your box. With straight arms, step that right foot back and then sweep it forward, heel behind the heel of the hand. Glue it to the elbow and inchworm that left leg back. All the same options here. You might rock a little bit. You might add a block to make it a little more accessible. You might lift the knee. You might drop the knee and lift it. See how that feels. Or you might just hold the lizard, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears, the heart is forward, eyes go upward, stretching that field of vision. And then on an exhale, allow the transition, heel and toe, that foot in, come up onto the heel, walk the hands, the hips back, grab the foot. And then come into the low lunge, walking up to the thigh, deep stretch, and breathe, and breathe. Come out nice and easy. Back to box, walk to the top of your mat. You can always slip in some organic movement here, maybe some more cow and cats, maybe just being like an organic little jump rope with your body. When you're ready, come to still, take an inhale. And on your exhale, come up into downward facing dog. And here, take your time to set your hands, your feet. Maybe you lift your feet. Try to find that sweet spot for them. We're stretching our calves here. Once you find your sweet spot, you can pedal your heels. The calves affect the feet, but they also affect everything above them. And find your best downward facing dog. Heels down, hips up, ears between the upper arms, shoulders roll forward, and then shake out your head trash. Shake out all those old patterns that no longer serve you. Make space and then say your mantra. Fill in with your mantra. When you're ready, bend your knees, walk your hands towards your toes, glue your belly to your thighs, come into your very first forward fold. Belly touching the thighs, and we're lifting our hips. Our feet are about 2 fists width apart. Hands can rest on the mat. They can grab the elbows. They can grab the ankles. Find what's good for you. Keep lifting the hips. Keep pressing the belly and the thighs together. And here again, you can shake out that head trash. Just let it go. Blood rushing to your head, your teeth, your gums, your pineal. Take time to come up and out. Contract your abs, release anything you're holding, and roll up one vertebra at a time. Let's do a few little movements for the spine. Find a mountain pose. You can use your foot to set the distance between your feet. So heel into the middle of your foot, then spin around, align the outsides, zip up, get as tall as you can through the crown. Release the shoulders down and back, splay the fingers, find the drishti in front of you and breathe. On our inhale, we're going to bend our knees, sweep our arms up, get as tall as we can. It's called salute. On the exhale, bend the knees again and splay the arms. Inhale, lift the heart, open the fingers, shine your light, say your mantra. And then exhale, hinge at the hip creases and float all the way down to that forward fold. On your inhale, come up halfway lift, lengthen through the crown, kiss the shoulder blades, sag the belly, drop the fingers where they fall, and then exhale back into the forward fold. Use your abs and roll up one vertebra at a time. When you get up back into the salute, steeple the fingers and crescent to the right, pressing the left hip away. Inhale back to center and crescent to the left. Press the right hip away. Inhale back up and take a twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. See if you can keep this right hip squared forward. And then inhale up and exhale, twist the other way. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, exhale, twist. One more. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Bring those hands above your head. If your back is super sore, take your fist and bring them into the kidney points. So press them into the low back. Either way, we're going to lift our heart, press our feet down, keep the hips over the ankles, and find a back bend. Breathe, push through the steepled fingers, lift up through the heart. We're going to come out with an inhale and then do this all again. Exhale and inhale and exhale all the way down. And inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, roll up. Hands above the head, steeple the fingers, crescent to the right. Inhale back up, crescent to the left. Inhale back up. Twist. One hand forward, one hand back. Inhale up, exhale, twist. And let's do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hands come up or to the kidney points. Find your back bend. Inhale up and swan dive. Arms come out, knees bend, heart lifts. Say your mantra as you open your hands. And then exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up. Steeple the fingers, crescent. Lengthen through your fingers. Stretch. Inhale up. Exhale the other way. Look up. Inhale up. And twist for 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and back bend and back to center. Bring those hands to heart. Hands in prayer, thumbs at heart. Relax your shoulders. Separate your feet. Make them as wide as is comfortable. Then spin the left foot so the toes face the front of the mat. Right foot cants at a 45. And bring the hips and the shoulders square again. We're going to do a triangle. Great for spine health. Reach the arms up. Feel yourself between two panes of glass. And then take the arms out, palms facing the ceiling. Relax the shoulders. We're going to reach forward with the left hand, come back to center, reach back with the right hand. And let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Stay back. Bring that right hand behind you, left hand to the sky. Reach tall. If it suits you, exalt. Stay between two panes of glass. Really lengthen up that left side. On your next inhale, windmill. Left hand to the left leg, right hand to the sky. Get tall so we're long through that right side. Look up to the ceiling and then slide any amount with that left hand down your leg without collapsing the right chest, the right hand. Stay between those two panes of glass. Triangle pose. Triangle is about what else is possible. What else can we do? Changing our perception is the first thing. Where is our perception keeping us captured? Where can it shift to give us freedom? You can always flip that left hand, sink down a little more if that's available to you. Breathe and breathe. And then ignite the core. Come on up. Switch sides. So now the right toes face the bottom of the mat. Left foot's canted. We square off. We inhale up and out. On this one, we're just going to twist, whittling that waist for 10. Let your head follow your hands. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Reach back. Half bind. Reach up. Get tall. Crescent back. Look up to the ceiling, rolling that right shoulder back. Say your mantra. Exhale back to neutral. Reach with the right hand. Stay between two panes of glass. Right hand comes down. Left hand comes up. Get tall, long. Look up. Stay here if this is it for you, or slide down. Staying inside the glass so the right breast comes forward to keep that stack. Look up to your left fingertips. Say your mantra. Feel your body. Where can you soften? Where can you lengthen? Flip the palm if that's for you. Breathe. Engage your core. Come on out. Heel and toe your feet together. Mountain pose. Take a moment to find your drishti or close your eyes and feel your body. Allow a sense of calmness from your head down to your feet. Feel that connection with Mama Earth and Father Sky. And then slowly open the eyes. If you close them, bend the knees, swan dive. Inhale up, exhale out, arch the back, lift the heart, say your mantra. And then find your fold all the way down. and sit back on your mat. Land your hips. Lift your crown. Pick up the left leg and give it a nice rock. If there's more space, you can cradle it in the crook of your elbow and hold it still. We want to make sure that the crown is really tall. The shoulders are out of the ears. There's no rounding in the low back. Find your edge with this hip stretch. Hips affect the low back. It's all connected. And then switch sides when you're ready. And start out with a little rock the baby. And see if you can come into a seated pigeon. And breathe. And breathe. And make your way out and come back down onto your back. And if you like, you can do a little roll down here with knees bent, chin into the chest, activating the core. Don't do that if your back is too sensitive. Walk your heels towards you and land back in that space where we started. Pressing your belly button into the floor. Just notice how you feel right now. And then extend that right leg. Come into a half wind removing pose, bringing that left thigh towards you. Press your elbows towards your feet and tighten up that connection between the thigh and the belly. Just massaging those internal organs. And then come into a twist, tucking the left toes behind the right leg. Roll to the right. Keep your shoulders soft and landed. Extend the left arm. Turn your head to look over your left fingers, keeping the neck long and a little smile on your lips. You can use your right hand to coax over your left leg. Just wring out any tension, any resistance. Say your mantra. Roll back to center and gently switch sides. Left leg goes long, right leg, right thigh comes into the chest. Little half wind removing, elbows pressed towards the bottom of the mat. Your head is landed, your face is soft, your throat is open. And then come into the twist. Tuck the toes behind the opposite thigh. Roll to the left. Use your left hand. Keep your shoulders soft and relaxed. Extend your right arm. Find your twist. Where are you tense? Where can you soften? Into faith and trust. There is a flow. Everyone has a different agenda. How do you let yourself just flow without criticism, without resistance, without control? Knowing you can only control yourself, how you react. Come back to center and into a little ball. Hands wrap around the shins. Low back presses into the mat. Another little stretch for the low back. And then drop the feet and roll on to your belly. Crocodile arms. Legs straight and long. Hips landed, land your forehead, relax your shoulders. Take an inhale and an exhale. And then slowly lift the head. Shoulders drop away from the ears. See how that feels for your back. If it's okay, come into Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Pubic bone is heavy. The heart is lifted and pressing outward. The shoulders are down. The head is up. Breathe and breathe. You can always add on, lifting the elbows. Deeper stretch in the low back. Don't bring the shoulders into the ears. And we're going to transition here into opposite stretch, a child's pose. Hands come to the nipple line, and then you push in and up, and the knees can be wide or close together. Honor what your body is asking for. Find devotional arms. You can always add block underneath your hands, underneath your chest, underneath your forehead. It's a nice big spinal stretch. I love waking up this way in the morning. And breathe. And breathe. And roll your armpits. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. On your next inhale, slowly lift your head. Bring your heart forward. Chaturanga down and roll back onto your back. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Land your pelvis. Back of your shoulders, back of your head. Bring your hands up overhead. And then down into a cactus. So mind the flexibility in your shoulders. Modify so that your shoulders are on the mat, your elbows are on the mat, your fingers are on the, I guess it's the floor, the back of your fingers. And we're just going to stretch the IT band, the quad, by rolling the knees to the right, picking up that left hip. Look over the left shoulder. Press through the knee until you feel that stretch. And breathe. And breathe. And switch sides. Roll the knees to the left. Look over the right. You're opening your heart. You're opening the hands, the chakras on the hands that are opening the heart. And then relaxing the elbows down. Get a nice stretch across your chest. As you lift that right hip, press out through that right knee. Feel the stretch. It's a hard place to stretch, and this is a great stretch. Slowly come out. Grab a block, a ball, a pillow. Place it between your knees. It's called TP knees. Let the knees fall together. It's a restorative pose to support the low back, and let the hips, the low back, connect back to the mat. Connect with Mama Earth and the support she offers. And come up the body, relax the shoulders, splay the arms, open the fingers as wide as you can. Make space between each index. Mind the fingers how long they can be. Really open those chakras in the hands. Relax everything down and let that opening come up to the heart space. So for our Savasana, you're connecting with your heart for yourself. You're opening that heart for yourself. You're falling in love with yourself, with all your gifts and all your flaws. Finding grace and humility. stepping out of defense, rigidity, stepping out of certainty, being open to what else is possible here. What else could I be missing or not seeing that I can just soften into? Find your breath. Close your lips and explore Ujjayi breath just for a few moments. Letting it anchor you in mentally, physically, making space for you to sit with whatever is at your heart without having to fix it or change it. Just be with it without becoming it or resisting it. Be with yourself, free of expectation, free of having to have anything happen. Sit in your observer and just notice. Say your mantra. Melt. Take a big inhale. Open your mouth, let your exhale come out with a sigh. And inhale your arms up overhead and let another sigh come out as you're taking a big stretch, arching your back off of the floor. And slowly roll to one side, catching your head with your forearm, keeping that prop between your knees to support your back, your hips. Take your top arm and bring it to your heart. Tell your heart, thank you for sharing. Tell yourself, thank you for giving that heart space, for connecting to that wisdom. To feel the sensations in your body that the heart speaks through. To follow the guidance of those sensations. To stay in the high mind out of the stories of the ego. If you haven't already, open your eyes. Take in the space around you with gratitude and appreciation, seeking out the beauty in yourself, the beauty in the space around you, the beauty in the world. And when you're ready, make your way up gently and into an easy seated pose. Hands to prayer, thumbs to heart. spine nice and long, and just take inventory. How does your back, your body feel now? And then open your hands, lift your heart, say your mantra, and then concave your belly, round down, give yourself a hug. Inhale, open up again. Shine your light. Exhale, opposite way with the arms. Open up the back of the heart. Slide the hands back into the prayer mudra. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.